Good morning, everyone. I hope you can all hear me loud and clear. I'll no doubt get a shout from the other room if it's not working. No shout, so it must be working. In about, what time is it now? In about 2 or 3 minutes. Oh, I just got a shout to say it was working. Thank you. In about 2 or 3 minutes, I'll put up the joining information, so you'll be able to log into the Kahoot. So make sure that you've got a phone or a tablet or something else that you can use to enter your answers, okay, as well as this machine that you're watching this video on just now. Okay, I'm going to disappear for a wee second and I'll come back in a couple of minutes. Cheerio. I'm back again already. I've had a wee message asking what the Kahoot code is. I'll put the Kahoot code up in just probably about a minute's time. I'm leaving these instructions on the screen just now that you can see in front of you, but I'll put the Kahoot code up in just a few seconds' time, okay? Right, so I'm going to put the Kahoot code up in just a second. I just want to remind you that when you're asked for a nickname, do not put in your full name. Put in your first name, and if you want, put in the first letter of your surname, but do not put in your full name on the nickname. Okay, so now I should be able to press a button and this nicknames thing should disappear, and 3, 2, 1, please work. Oh, there we go. There is not the Kahoot login screen. I pressed the wrong button. Right, we'll try again. That's the Kahoot login screen. So, either open the Kahoot app and enter that number as the PIN. There's a big icon in the center of the app. Or go to www.kahoot.it on any device and enter that PIN. And I'm hoping that before very long we should see our first players appearing on the screen. There we go. Well done, Douglas. First one in. Oh, I've got loads coming now. Oh my goodness, someone has gone crazy with the emojis. I have my suspicions who that might be, but we'll see. I like what you've done there, Drew, with the symbols. Well done. Oh, we've got somebody mysterious. Just a question mark. Right, we'll give it another couple of minutes. As I said, we'll start at 10 past, so I'll give it 2 more minutes for anybody to join. If for any reason during the Kahoot your device gets disconnected, then you can rejoin. At the bottom of the screen, the code will still be there. I think you might lose any points that you already had, I'm not sure, but you can rejoin the Kahoot at any time if you've got a problem with your own device and you get kicked out. Right, we've got 30 players. It's 10 past 12, so we'll start in just a second. Now, because this is coming through YouTube, there is a wee bit of a delay in you seeing the questions from when they're actually available. So there will be a countdown timer of 20 seconds for every question. However, make sure you've got your answer in before it gets to about 6 or 5 seconds, because really at that point it probably won't accept any more answers. And you want to get your answers in quick anyway, because if anybody hasn't played Kahoot before, what's going to happen is when I start the quiz, your phone or your tablet or whatever you've got in your hand will give you 4 coloured squares for most of the questions. Some of them are true and false, but most of them there's 4 coloured squares and it's multiple choice, and those colours will link up to one of the answers on the screen. And you get points for getting the answer right, but you get more points for getting the answer right quickly. So the fastest person to give the right answer is going to get the most points and will be top of the leaderboard. And after each question we get to see who the top 5 are, as it adds up all the totals. So you want to answer as quickly as you can, but don't leave it till the last kind of 5 seconds or so, because it probably won't accept your answer. It'll probably be too late by then. So make sure to answer as quickly as you can. So I just need to do a couple of button presses here, and I should be able to start, and hopefully you can all hear me. Okay, here we go. So there are 7 sections in this quiz. The first section is the human body. I would list all of the other sections, but I have completely forgotten what they are, despite having written all the questions in yesterday. So we're going to start off with 5 questions on the human body. Are you all ready? Okay, here we go. Nice easy one to start with. Oh, better be quick. You've only got a few seconds. Okay, so most of you got that right, the heart. Now, I've tried to get a mixture of questions in here. So there'll be some that are really easy and some that are kind of in the middle, and then some that are really to separate out who's going to win this, some more challenging questions. So let's see what the next question is. Oh, sorry, we're meant to look at the scoreboard first. Oh, here, I bet this person with the question mark, if they end up at the top at the end, they'll not stay a question mark. They'll be telling them, no, I was the question mark, it was me. Right, so we've got somebody mysterious at the top, then we've got Ross second, Rocky third, and we've got others behind. So hopefully you've all seen where you are. I better move on. Next question. Another fairly straightforward one, I hope. Okay, 21 of you got that right. The stomach. Some of you distracted by the small intestine there or the large intestine, but it goes to the stomach. Right. What's that done to our scores? Oh, the question mark is still in the lead. Okay, next question. That should be a wee bit trickier. Okay, well done. Almost everybody got that right as well. I'm clearly needing some harder questions. I think the next one's harder. Right. What's our scoreboard doing? Oh, the question mark person is still in the lead, but Ross has come back into second. Rocky is in third. And we've got some other changes. Right, let's move on. Oh, this is a bit trickier. Okay, so just under half you got 10, and I think this is going to change the leaderboard. Oh no! Mysterious person has disappeared out of the top 5 completely. Ross is shot into the lead. Well done, Ross. Right, let's move on. I think this is the last human body question. Well done. Almost all of you got that. It's protein. Oh, Ross has held on to his lead. In fact, he's extended his lead. He's 200 points in the lead, followed by Erin. Right. Next section then. The world of plants. Here we go. So plants need which gas to make their own food by photosynthesis? question is, how many of you hit one of the answers and then went, oh no, it was the other one? Oh, right. A load of you saying oxygen there. Plants actually produce oxygen during photosynthesis. And what they use is carbon dioxide. And Ross clearly knew that. He's still in the lead, but not by far. Erin is just behind. So one quick answer from Erin and Ross could be knocked off the top spot. Let's move on. In which part of the plant does most photosynthesis take place? Whoops, my microphone was off there. It is the leaf. Okay, that's where most photosynthesis take place. Plants making their own food using sunlight and carbon dioxide. Oh, Ross has slipped. Erin has taken the lead, closely followed by Douglas. Okay, vanilla used in flavouring comes from which type of plant? Oh, I'm seeing that picture of an ice cream. Oh, I could go an ice cream just now. Oh, I am surprised and impressed that most of you knew that. Well done. It is in fact the orchid. Before we go on to the next question, the YouTube feed's actually got much more of a delay than it usually does for some reason. I don't know why. So you've actually, I'm afraid, only got about 10 seconds to answer your questions before it'll stop you. So I realise that's a wee bit tricky with some of these answers that you've got to read. Unfortunately, nothing I can do about that. I don't know why it's a wee bit slower today. So just got to be really fast. Oh, Erin is a whole question in the lead now. Erin has answered more questions correctly than anyone else by the looks of things. Up 6 places, Daniel is the highest climber. He's not in the top 5, but he's up 6 places. Well done, Daniel. So which of the following is the best source of iron in your diet? It is broccoli. Okay, lots of iron in broccoli. So even if you don't like broccoli, you need to eat your broccoli. Oh my goodness, Erin is running away with this just now. Somebody needs to catch Erin here. You're all trying. 3 in a row. Who's this? Callum S is back in the game. 3 in a row. Well done, Callum. So aspirin is a painkiller and reduces fever. It came from the bark of which type of tree originally? This is a tricky one. See, I put in silver birch to try and catch some of you out. I thought you might go for that. No, it is the willow tree. Okay, the bark of the willow tree is where aspirin originally came from. Oh, hardly anybody in the top 5 got that right. No changes at the very top. However, Rocky is back in it into 4th place. Right. Oh, that was the end of plants. Right, what have we got next? Animals. Questions about animals. Here we go. That's a relief. You all know that an elephant is bigger than a lion or a tiger. Well done. And a rhinoceros. How fast were you all, though? Erin was extremely fast. Right, well done, Erin. 2,000 points ahead, nearly. Okay, and apparently Rocky is making a comeback with 3 in a row. Well done, Rocky. What are animals that suckle their young called? They, they are mammals. Well done, almost everyone. Let's see what it's done to the scores. Is there any change in the top 5? I don't think there is. But Cara Curls is back with an answer streak of 3. Right. Which of the following groups of animals have scales? Okay, it is reptiles. Oh, GHD's gone down. Rocky and Yeetus coming back up. Okay. Erin just still there at the top though. Oh yeah, what was spotted in Campbelltown Loch this week? And there's a picture of it. It was a minke whale. Was spotted in Campbelltown Loch this week. There was videos on Facebook that somebody put up. Oh, it's changed a wee bit at the top again. Right. Oh, Erin's getting caught. I don't think Erin got that one. Right, moving on. Largest animal on Earth. Slightly different question to the one before. And it is the blue whale. Oh, we've got a whole load of emojis going crazy entering here now. Not far at all behind Ross. And still Erin at the top, but oh, look at that. There's only 300 points in it now. So, next section. What is it? It is physics. Okay, here we go. Physics round. True or false? All metals are attracted to magnets. It is false. Okay, there are only 4 metals that are attracted to magnets. The most common one of which you'll come across is iron. But yeah, only 4 metals are attracted to magnets. Still Erin at the top. Oh, it's still close. So when you push something, you apply a something. Well done. Everybody got it right. A force. It depends how fast you were, and everybody in the top 5 was about as fast as each other because nobody changed. Which scientist proposed the three laws of motion? And it was Sir Isaac Newton. This is going to change the scores about at the top, I think. And oh my goodness, Erin has been knocked off the top spot. Only just, but she has. Well done, top spot person. So movement is associated with which type of energy? So it's really another word for movement energy, this. And it is kinetic. Kinetic energy is associated with movement. So anything that's moving has got kinetic energy. Okay, moving on. How long does it take light to travel from the sun to Earth? Is it no time whatsoever? Is it absolutely instant? Is it about 3 seconds, about 17 seconds, or about 8 minutes? Wow, right. So light travels really, 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 really fast. It travels about 300 million meters per second. Okay, or so 300 million meters every single second. But because the sun is so far away, it takes 8 minutes to get here. So the light that I can see shining down outside just now, that left the sun 8 minutes ago. So if the sun suddenly went out, the sun is not going to go out, don't panic. But if the sun suddenly just went out, we wouldn't know about it for 8 minutes because that's how long it takes the light to get here from the sun. Our next nearest star actually takes 4.3 years for the light to get to us. So after the sun, the next closest star to where we are, 4.3 years is how long it takes the light to get here from there. So we are looking at it as it was 4.3 years ago. Anyway, I could talk about this for ages. I should probably get on to the next question. You all want to see who's in the scoreboard here. And there's no change in the top three. Okay. Next questions. What are they on? Now, this is where there might be just a tiny little problem with the delay on YouTube. I'm wishing I'd set the time longer. What's going to happen here is you're going to get pictures of animals. You all know the animals when you see them fully, but you have to guess what they are as quickly as possible. Now, with the YouTube delay that I've got today for some reason, you really want to have a guess before it gets to kind of 9 seconds thereabout. So it's going to count down from 20. You want to have a guess before it gets to 9 seconds. I'm hoping there's enough of the animals revealed by then for you to have a good chance of getting it right. So we'll see how this goes. I really wish I'd left it for a longer time. Here's the first one. What animal is this? Well done, most of you. It is a wolf, and I'm glad that enough of it had revealed in time. Hopefully the others will too. Oh, we've still got the same leader. Right, another animal reveal. There's 5 of these, so this is the second one. It is a sloth. I would hope you all got that it was a sloth. Well, some of you I think had guesses early on that maybe got it wrong, but it's how fast you got it. Look at this, 12 correct answers in a row from our number one spot here. Oh boy, this is the challenger to beat, definitely. Right, here we go. Next animal, what is this? It's hairy. It is a tarantula. Well done. Oh, you were all cautious there. You all waited until you were sure you knew what it was. Right, and no difference at the top, really. Oh, except Ross is back in the top five. Well done, Ross. Right, what animal's this? Ah, see? Some of you fell for the owl. I deliberately put owl in because I thought you'll see that eye and you think, oh, that's an owl. No, it was a lemur. Right. No change at the top. Moving on. Some really early guesses going on there. My goodness. And it is an alpaca. Oh, still the same at the top. Right, I'm going to give you a few seconds to gather your thoughts before the space round begins. Space round will begin in about 20 seconds, 30 seconds. I'll be back. And I'm back. Sorry about that. Right. Uh, so, if you've had the chance to go and get a wee drink or something, great. But I'm going to start. So, anybody who's still in the kitchen scrounging about, they're going to miss the next few questions. Oh well. Right. Earth is surrounded by layers of gases collectively called the atmosphere. Well done. The ozone layer that some of you went for, that's found in the Earth's atmosphere, but the atmosphere is the whole lot. Okay, all the layers of gases. Right. Oh, it's changed at the top. Look at that. Right, an answer streak of 10 from our top person there. Well done. I'm seeing some new names in the top 5. Has Alice M been in the top 5 before? Don't think so. Right. Okay, well done, Alice M. Which is the closest planet to the Sun? And it is Mercury. Has that changed anything at the top? Oh, it has. Alice M has climbed up a wee bit. Ross G's back. We've still got Ben G. And then the two at the top who seem to be battling it out just now. They're creating a wee bit of space between them and the others, but there's still time. What name is given to our Sun and all the objects that orbit around it? It is the solar system. No change at the top. Now, I've got a feeling I try to remember the next few questions. I think this is where I'm going to go off on one again and go on a wee talky bit, I'm afraid. Right, here we go. Roughly how many stars do scientists believe there are in an average-sized galaxy? Most of you got this right, around about 100 billion. Now you'll see different figures, different places, but they tend to say they're guessing about 100 billion stars. Now that's a number that is really, really, really difficult to get into our heads. That is a galaxy. So we've got solar system. Okay, our solar system, so the sun and all the planets going around it. And so our sun is a star. And we're saying that in the average size galaxy, it's estimated there are about 100 billion stars. Now, there are also so many galaxies. There's billions and billions of galaxies. And so the universe, which is just everything, is enormous. To put that 100 billion into context, my youngest daughter said a great thing when I was running through the questions with her yesterday, just to make sure they all worked. 100 billion stars per galaxy means if there's 100 billion stars in our galaxy, she said, we could have 14 each. Because there are roughly 14 times as many stars estimated to be in the average galaxy as there are people on the whole of the planet Earth. So it's a big, 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 big number. Right. And the only difference there is that second place and first place are now even closer. Now, there's an image here taken by the Hubble Space Telescope. I want you to have a wee guess at what you think the dots of light are in this. Okay, so this was taken of what looked like a wee empty bit of space, but they zoomed right in. And is it planets, stars, galaxies, or universes? The image is actually of galaxies. Okay, and so from the Hubble Space Telescope, so this is a telescope out in space. It's out in space because it gives a much clearer image. If we look through a telescope, we're looking through the Earth's atmosphere. If you've got a telescope out in space, you don't have to look through that atmosphere, and so you get a much clearer image. And they took a bit of space that is roughly, if you held your thumb or your finger at arm's length, and then you held it up to the sky, it's an area of space roughly covered by a fingernail at arm's length. It's that tiny, tiny little area of sky that image was of. And within that, there were all of these galaxies. Now, remember we said that galaxies are estimated to have about 100 billion stars on average each. So every dot of light that was in there, probably roughly-ish 100 billion stars. In fact, I've got a wee video to show about that that's only about 30 seconds. Oh, sorry, scores. I've got distracted. Oh, right. We've got a new leader, but it's really close. Only 100 points in it. Sorry, this is not good. My wife has just sent me a message. She's watching this in the telly in the other room to check it's all working, and I've just got a message saying, boring, hurry up, get on with it. Gutted. I'm going to play the video now, that'll really annoy her. Hopefully it'll play. There we go. So there's the night sky, and this is showing where the Hubble Space Telescope took an image of. So we're zooming in, and it's to a bit of space, a bit of sky that looks like it's got nothing in it, and you zoom in, and you zoom in, and you zoom in, and that is where that image was taken. And so every one of the wee dots of light there, they are galaxies. You can see the shapes of some of them. So there's quite a lot of stars in the sky. I'm probably going to get another text any second saying how boring I'm being, but we'll move on. Right, chemistry. Here we go. Last section, final 5 questions. This determines who is the winner. What is the boiling point of water? It is 100 degrees Celsius. Oh, and it's close at the top again. There's 500 points in it now, but with 4 questions to go, I think just about anybody in that top 5 could win this. Now, for the next few questions, you need to know a wee bit about the periodic table. So, periodic table, you've got a wee picture there. Everything around us is made of elements, okay? Or it's made of atoms, sorry. And the atoms are different elements. So I've got my mug here. In fact, this mug, handily enough, has got a periodic table on it. There we go. I am that much of a geek. So the mug is made of atoms, my phone is made of atoms, my watch, myself, my hand, all made of atoms. And these different types of atoms that you get are called elements. And all of these elements are in our periodic table. And so they've all got a symbol to represent them. I'm going to get another text telling me I'm boring now, so I better move on to the actual questions. What is the chemical formula of water? It is H2O. Some of you, I bet, clicked that yellow one and then immediately went, oh no, I didn't read fast enough and didn't get to H2O. Right. Nothing changed at the top. Another word for burning, okay? If we're in a lab, we would call burning this. It is combustion. Well done, everybody who got it right. So 8 players have got 3 in a row. Well done. Was that a change at the top? I was too slow to watch there. I can't remember, but well done. We've got some wee changes at the top. Right, move on. So lead is a dense metal. What is the chemical symbol for lead? Okay, so lead actually has the symbol Pb. Ooh, Oh, not many of you got that. I'm not surprised. And it comes from plumbum, which is I'm going to say Latin, I think, for lead. That's why you've got plumbers who work with pipes, who used to work with lead pipes, and plumb lines have got a weight on the end that used to be made of lead. Okay, so it is PB. Oh, it's still close at the top. Still could have a couple of winners here, a couple of different people winning. Final question. Periodic table lists all of the elements. Which is the only letter of the alphabet not found in the periodic table? So this is all these symbols that the elements have got, and there's only one of these letters that doesn't appear in any symbols. And it is J. So final scoreboard and podiums. In third place, Alice M. Well done, Alice M. Second place, GHDs. And first place, FN2187. Right, well done. I hope that you have had fun. I hope it wasn't too boring when I went off about space things or chemistry things. And so that is us. See you later. And you can all compare your scores.